before the game. We just started the NASL Season 4, so if you don't always watch us, you didn't miss that much yet. And you got a lot of great weeks of content coming up for you. Sheth lost, as I said before, a little bit surprisingly to Bishu 0-2, while Targa lost in a close series against Vibe 1-2. In a series he should have definitely won, because certainly on Ohana, Targa was in great position. Unfortunately, Targa was not able to close it out.
Vibe just a little bit too good. Targa making a couple of mistakes, and that's what allowed Vibe to turn it around. Here we see Targa in a slightly different situation where he's the one that's behind and has his back up against the wall. And what is he going to do here on Cloud Kingdom to try and catch back up?
I have no idea yet. Of course, Targa is our red Zerg spawning in the left bottom side of the map. And ooh, Ben, look at Liquid Chef, Sean Simon.
Yeah, I expected that he might do this. Sean, or Sheth, is a player that loves to throw in the tin pool when he's ahead. And here it is, going to go down. It's going to go tin pool speedling. I guess it could also be a tin pool baneling attack, but I suspect it would be just for Zergling speed.
A little bit of a funny side story, not really relevant to this game. And before the pool finishes, I can tell it. When I was playing the Little Heart of the Swarm tournament that was hosted by Dennis T. Galen, which I played, when I played against Dimaga, I played quite greedy because I knew that, like, knowing Dima's not going to get funky, you know, like, Dima, he's a nice guy, he's not going to try to do anything crazy with an early pool. So I played, like, Forge, Nexus first, didn't even scout. I just felt like, okay, small risk, but I can get away with it. But against Chef, I really didn't dare to do it because I was like, freaking Chef, he probably goes for a 12 or 13 pool, then he's going to try to run some links in my base. And I'm just going to lose so many probes immediately. So I know Chef is capable of doing that. So this whole mana beer thing, Ben, I got my doubts. Chef can be a little sneaky. Nah, Chef is a fantastic guy.
8 lings on the way out for Sheth. He's following up with a queen. He actually didn't let that extractor finish. He was just using it to do a little overlord trick.
Hatch first, Ben, with a pretty late pull for Targa. He's going to have to pull drones. Do you think he might even cancel the hatchery?
It's hard to say, Kevin, and I think there's merit in both decisions. If it's speedlings coming, you're never going to hold that hatch, but if it's not, then you want to have it down there. In this case, it is slow lings, so I don't know. We'll see. I do suspect that he probably will cancel the hatch, but I'm not. I mean, it's impossible to say.
12 drones right now, 13 for Chef against 17 drones for Targa, but of course Targa does not have any units on the map. And you know, Ben, the good thing is, yes, this is bad for Chef's economy, but he's going to have such a quick queen. Targa's going to let him know. Wow, that was a very late cancel.
Cancels it there at the very last second and then tries to make it into an extractor. Chef not going to allow for that to happen at all. Queen is in production, but there are Zerglings in Targa's base.
Wow, if I was Chef, I would just put it in the whole position there.
Tough spot either way. 4 Zerglings against 8 Zerglings right now. Queen about to pop out. When she does pop out, Targa should more or less be in a safe spot. Sheth hasn't killed a single drone yet.
He killed 3 out of 4 links. 2 more links spawned for Targa. Queen is going to be out in 4 seconds. So if Chef ever wants to kill some drones, it's probably going to have to be right now.
Oh, really impressive defense there for Targa. Just very, very patiently just pulling drones, constantly stacking them in the mineral line and forcing Chef to sort of reevaluate the engagements. Now finally Targa's going to clean up everything.
But the good thing is for Chef, as I said, he has such a quick queen, Ben, because even when he was low on workers, he was able to get his queen out so quick because his spawning pool was so fast, and 1 or 2 injects, and I would even say he's slightly ahead right now. As you can see, wow, just 7 drones, even though most of those drones just morphed. But still, 7 drones is a lot, and look at the timing of the hatchery in the natural.
That's the real key, Kev. By forcing that hatch to cancel, he now gets his own hatchery down. Sheth wasn't committing to an early pull all in. He certainly could have, but in this case, he decided to go sort of the macro route, just immediately droning up behind those first 8 lings. And because Targa had to cancel that hatch, because Targa had to lose a lot of mining time stacking his drones, you know, Sheth is able to turn this into an advantage, albeit not a huge advantage, but still enough of one to be substantial as we move into the mid-game.
The Baneling Nest is a lot quicker, man, for Targa than it is for Chef. Chef is still making drones while Targa is making links, so I do think that Targa is going to try to make something happen here in the near future, even though it's going to be only 11 links on the field right now. But if he goes for 1 inject full of links, as this inject will spawn, well, in 15 seconds or so. I don't know. Do you think Targa is going to go all out? He's still making links.
I do, Kevin. I think not because I think he has to, but because I just think it's his style. It's sort of characteristic of Targa. His natural hatchery does finally finish up. He is going to make a few more links. His Zergling speed is already finished, Kev. So I mean, he does have this sort of window It's not a huge window as Sheth is researching speed, and it's going to be ready in about 80 in-game seconds.
Sheth does not have vision of everything. I mean, he will see it when Zergling spawn on the ramp. Queen is actually going to scare this Overlord just a tiny bit more away. But via the right bottom side of the map, for instance, Targa could potentially sneak a lot of links.
We'll see which way he chooses to go out here. I kind of think he's just going to run straight across the map because whatever his plans are, it has to be focused around attacking at a certain time. If he waits too long, then Sheth's just going to have
36
the tech
links,
that he needs.
36 links ban against 4 links and 2 banelings, Spinecrawler and a Queen. Sheth, you're going to need to produce units right now. He's going to get 2 more additional banelings, but he really needs some real links as well to fight with the links of Targa.
Yes, he does. Targa immediately starts morphing a couple of banelings. He has to be so careful not to run into the banelings of Sheth. Oh, and there's a great exchange. 2 lings for 2 banelings. That is exactly what Targa needs. Sheth gonna have to scramble a little bit here, trying to micro his banelings as well as he can. Targa just slowly and methodically making banelings waddle their way into the drone line as all those drones are gonna stack up. Can Targa get up that ramp? It looks like yes he will. But the banelings of Sheth morphing rapidly. Queen's trying to be focused down, but transfusion being used pretty effectively. Finally, the banelings finished. That's going to force Targa to run up into the main base.
He didn't get the second Queen. It's so low on HP. He wants to get it, but there are so many banelings there. More banelings from Targa as well. But wow, it seems like Sheth stabilized once more.
Yeah, that was very, very close. But Sheth actually managing to hold there and come out of it a little bit ahead as he's got a 10 worker lead.
Wow, that looked so bad for Sheth on one moment there.
It looked awful at one moment, but he was just able to hold, man. And those Queens really worth their weight in gold as they bought Sheth the time he needed to get those banelings out.
I was kind of wondering, do you think that Targa should have just ignored this ramp and just tried to kill pretty much everything in the natural? He had so many banelings, he probably could have killed a lot of drones there.
It's hard to say, man. Those drones are being pulled, and if you just A-move the banelings, they're going to jump onto Queens, they're going to jump onto spine crawlers. You have to basically target those drones. And if you target a drone that squeezes past the Queens, then that baneling is just not going to detonate. So it was a tough spot to be in. It was very micro intense, and Sheth, quite frankly, Sheth just did a great job.
But Targa saw all the timing of these banelings as well, so he knew how long it would take for all those banelings to morph. I still feel that if we would have just left a couple of links here, try to take out as many banelings as possible, and then perhaps attack the hatchery, wouldn't that have been at least...
Now, one possibility would have been using 3 of his own banelings to kill all of the morphing banelings of Sheth, because they were very stacked up. That might have been a good trade. It's just tough to say. It's tough to call, man, because there were 2 Queens out. There were a couple spine crawlers out as well. Actually 3 spine crawlers, and it's very difficult to micro against spine crawlers.
Well, either way, it was great defense by Sheth. Once more, Sheth right now morphing in the Roach Swarm, which is almost done. An Infestation Pit is on the way, and he's going to have to feel comfortable. He knew how many units Targa just there committed to that little attack. Sheth was mining more all along. Sheth is still mining more. He has a 14 drone lead. This is some really solid CVZ we're seeing out of here of Sheth.
Sheth's playing great, Kevin. He's got superior tech on the way. Infestation Pit's going to finish up ahead of Targa's Spire. And Infestors are just a better tech choice at this point in the game. Also, Sheth does something that's so smart that a lot of Zerg players don't do. He doesn't send Overlords everywhere on the minimap until he knows who he's playing against. That's
sloppy Targa. Targa once more losing a ton of links to a single, well, maybe 2 banelings over there from Sheth. And before that, lost 2 of his own banelings to 2 single Zerglings from Sheth. These 2 links will delay this hatchery a little bit as well, as this drone is going to fall. Just everything is working in Sheth's favor.
Yeah, he's getting the breaks and as well as playing very well. Finally, Targa clears up those lings off that lower expansion, but
again, 6-7 links run into a single baneling from Sheth, and the other links fall as well. Targa's going to try to make something happen with these links, but those links run into roaches. The amount of units that Targa lost, well, I mean, both players lost a lot of links throughout the entire game, but I feel that Targa lost so many links unnecessarily.
Yeah, I think it's just a great example of Sheth playing almost perfect StarCraft. Now he's going to try to hit a little bit of a roach timing as these first mutas are going to pop out. Targa does have spine crawlers, and they're going to buy him some time. And mutas are going to pop out just as these roaches finish killing off that second spine. Roaches are going to make their way into the drone line and see how many drone kills can they get. It's going to be quite a few, I think.
Yeah, because the links were not here, so it was a little bit easier for Sheth to just attack move, and he would be able to kill quite a few drones. At the end of the day, he killed 11 drones. More importantly, perhaps as well, he kept this base alive. He's going to drop a lot of spore crawlers. Infestors are on the way, Ben. Let's hope he did research Fungal Grove. Yes, he did.
Yeah, Targa is in a world of trouble right now because he just has a dead tech. These mutas are so just ineffectual when it comes to dealing with infestors. Zerglings are trying to make something happen up here in this third expansion. Oh, the fungal is just right on top of every muta.
He's going to need 2 more, but he has so many infestors. I cannot imagine Sheth not hitting these fungals. He's going to need 1 more fungal, and he will take out 7 mutalisks at once as well. Talking about that tech, then.
Everything going perfectly for Sheth right now, and Targa just continuing the struggles, trying to do a little bit of additional damage at this third expansion, but Sheth, he doesn't care. He'll throw away a couple of drones. He just got 1,000 gas worth of mutalisks.
And he also forced a cancel once more on Targa's third base. He's going to try to make a small run by over here with all the links. Targa still has a couple of units in his own natural. The mutas and links will eventually be able to clear this up. But Sheth is in phenomenal position as he's on 60 drones, comfortably mining off 3 bases soon, even though this base is not very saturated yet. That's just a matter of time.
Yeah, great play here by Sheth. Targa still hasn't managed to get his own third base up. And that's because Sheth's got a Zergling burrow there. Man, just this little thing, one after another, man. Sheth just continuing to play great and to just sort of exploit Targa, who's having a hard time really getting going.
Oh, it's not coming.
I guess, yeah, over in the main.
This is a 3-4 minute difference. It's crazy. Sheth delaying this so extremely much. Sheth's gonna add a couple of Hydras in the mix as well, while he will lose an Overlord or 2. I'm surprised that Targa still made Mutalisk. 7 more Mutas after he lost the original batch of Mutalisk.
I suppose his plan is just to continue to maintain map control and hope that he can get some kind of passable army up while these mutas keep Sheth bottled up in his base. It's going to be really hard, though. Targa's down 40 supply. Economically, he's behind. He's well behind in upgrades. +2 will be done for Sheth around the same time that +1 finishes up for Targa. That's a very big difference. Little changeling scouts there from Targa see that Roach, Hydra, and Fester all are in play already.
Targa, who had a really good NASL Season 3 and was really quite a story in our league so far as well, is now looking really grim after losing the first week against Vibe. Once more, a great fungo by Sheth is going to be able to take out 4 more Mutalisks.
That's so careless from Targa to fly in like that, though. I mean, knowing what was up there waiting for him, really trying to force something that just wasn't really there. Sheth just going to take that as an opportunity to push forward slowly once again. Might even see him taking a 4th expansion.
So here is going to fall as well. I guess we all know that feeling, man. Once you're behind, you just want to make something happen because you feel, if I just sit back right now, I'm definitely going to lose that game. But instead, you're kind of pushing the issue and you're going to bring yourself in more trouble.
Yeah, that's a really good point, man. You often feel like you have to get something done, but in reality, what you really need to do is just
stay calm and build pylons.
Yeah, build pylons, build economy, just get your infrastructure in place. Right now, Sheth is about to max out as we see him just dealing with queens and spore crawlers with the last of these mutalisks. Yeah. And a huge Roach, Hydra, and Fester push, making its way around to the third base of Targa. Almost an impossible defense looming on the horizon.
You know, sometimes we say, Ben, this army is like twice as big. This time it actually is twice as big.
More so, even 60 army supply to a 128 army supply. By my calculations,
that's like 4 times as big. Ain't that right, Ben?
At least.
Quadruple! No, Ben. Relax.
When you factor in the upgrades, I think you might be able to make a case for 4 times. Great fungal there by Sheth as he starts to make his way up this ramp. Targa lands a good one as well. Knows that if he can sort of choke up these units, land great fungals, then maybe. But when the infested Terrans come down, when the Roaches and the Hydras push forward, he knows that it's over. GG is called, and Sheth with a very swift 2-0 victory.
Yeah, such a clean play by Sheth. There's really not too much that we can say about this.
Didn't make any mistakes, just looked better.
Really nice to see Sheth play like that, bouncing back from a rocky starting week number 1 where he lost against Dignitas Bishu, but playing extremely well in week 2 against Targa. And as I said before in the game as well, Targa, one of our main stories in the NASL Season 3, right now off to a bad start in Season 4, being down 0-2 and 1-4 in maps. Yeah,
it's a very difficult position to be in. For Sheth, on the other hand, that's a little bit of momentum as he's going to move towards week 3 with a win backing him up. Our next match is going to be Ryung versus Tasia.
Do you think we're going to see the missile turret guy?
Oh, you know we're going to see some missile turret guys. Folks, stick around. Ryung Tasia is coming up next. A little bit of Korean TVT action. Don't go anywhere.